community-wide solution. One of the things we found that 56% of the soils in the area are rated by the USDA as being unsuitable for septic systems, and probably all of the good soils that are available already have septic systems in them. And that is pretty evident by just the cluster of development that occurred in both lake communities. Currently we anticipate there are about 1,900 customers, 2,392 residential equivalents. We have the project cost estimated at between 40 and 42 million. And that really is dependent upon what treatment resource we use. We are targeting a rate of somewhere between $75 and $85 a month, and that is pretty typical right now for a lot of communities, and that's going to be very dependent upon the cost of money and whether we receive any grant funds.
So am I still going to be required to hook up?
You could seek, and by the way, that is one thing that all of the property owners within the service area are entitled to, is to file for an exemption if they qualify. The exemption is for homeowners that own septic systems that are less than 10 years old. If the system is less than 10 years old, you're required to get an inspection done by a qualified inspector and then issue a report and file for an exemption with the district board after the board is formed. If you meet all those qualifications, you could be exempt from connection for 10 years and then for 5-year increments thereafter, up to 20 years, if you can continue to show your system is in good working order.
Okay. That's all I got to say outside on the game food.
Thank you.
It has some houses in Lake Forest on the sewer and other houses that are not. Or are they just going to get sucked in at a later date?
Yeah, the code is clear, and just because, and it mostly has to do with, ma'am, the fact that when the regional sewage district is formed, it becomes a municipal jurisdiction. And within that municipal jurisdiction, they have rules, they have the ability to adopt ordinances. They also have the very significant ability of deciding who they're going to serve and who they aren't going to serve. And at some point in time, that boundary has to be drawn. And so even if we were to build a part of their collection system outside of their district boundary, they have the right to occupy that public right-of-way with their district-owned sewer. Even if that sewer is outside it belongs to them, they still cannot require you to connect to it.
And this is not necessarily, we all want clean lakes, but this is more about a public health issue, and recognize that that's the major thing that we're going for here, is to try to pay this forward so that our community is a good community, it's a safe community for our kids and our grandkids.